Alrighty, happy campers. Welcome back to the Camp Camperton show or something. So here we are. The cabinet work is pretty much done. I only have one minor thing to do left that I can think of. Originally I had done the trim around the doors in white, and it ended up looking kind of funky that there was these two big squares. So I decided to do all gray. I think that looks a lot better. I still don't really like the brown in this peel and stick flooring crap. I really wanted, and of course they didn't have any more, but I wanted more of this. This is what I was wanting to do originally, and I think with the gray, I think that would have went together a lot better. So if I find this is like a carpet rug throwdown thing they had, and I put it on the back cabinet. It looks really nice. And I was gonna do it here originally, and then for whatever reason I changed my mind. I can't remember why now. Struggling to think about why I changed my mind, but for whatever reason I went with this stuff. I think maybe because it's more durable, maybe, I don't know, but that's where I put those. Anyways, I mean, it's not like it looks bad, you know. You got to realize there's going to be a wall here someday, and it'll probably be white or maybe this gray color. But I think that looks pretty snazzy. And we got our locks right here. So unlock, lock, and that's so the door can't open when we break. And then the cabinets are just made out of this thin trim material that had a notch in it from the factory, and then I just put a panel board. I used a couple corners to get the frame going. So I cut out these little triangles just to make get the frame glued together. There's no mechanical fasteners on these at all. And then I cut this board and trimmed it to fit, and then glued the board into place. So the whole entire door is nothing but glue and wood and glue. So hopefully that's gonna hold up over time, because usually most woodworking stuff, the nails are really only just holding it together until the glue dries, really. So anyways, this cabinet, I don't know what we're going to be putting in here yet, but right now we just got electrical, got some of the latches, and then we got electrical and some more electrical stuff down there, just temporarily. So I don't know, that's probably going to be like canned goods, I'm thinking, probably. And then we got our drawers all done, we got our pulls installed, and then here are our locks for the drawers. So when these are completely closed all the way, what we're going to do is unlock this one, and let me get up. Get down here. So if you look, there's some holes, and we take these. I'll try and do this left-handed, right-handed. These go in these holes, and they're nice and snug. And they have that little ball bearing, whatever they call it, so that if it was loose, that ball should keep it from popping out all the way. But that is what we're going to use for our drawer lock. And they're all really tight, so I don't see them wandering out of there. And then when we're actually at camp, it's really easy. You just pulling them out. It's a lot easier than pushing them in. And then what I'm going to do to remind myself that they need to go back in is I'm just going to keep them on the counter. I'll probably keep them right there. So when we go to travel, you know, this countertop is going to have to be clean. Otherwise, anything that's on this countertop is going to fall. So I'll see those and I'll go, oh. And it's going to be a reminder that they need to go into the drawers to lock the drawers. But for now, we're just going to keep them in the top drawer until we've got it all sorted out. But we've got that done, and this is just sitting here just because I'm going to have to work on this wall, so I don't want to finish the sink yet. And then we got this piece in down here with the trim. So we got the trim piece and the veneer. And I painted this edge just so it's somewhat consistent, you know. And that's just nailed in, and then of course we used some wood filler to fill the holes and then painted. So get this. All right. So that's what it looks like, and I've got something just spacing it up just for now until the paint completely dries, because you know it takes about a week for this kind of paint to really fully harden. And even that paint right there is like a week old and it's still a little bit soft. The last thing we got to do that I know of is kind of a shit job, really. We keep these open until it's dried. But we got the controller for our heater. And unfortunately, I mean, the way they ship this, you've got this big old dongle connector, and then the wires come out the bottom. So that's kind of janky that that's how they sell it. Because, let me see if I can, so we can just get this. Where's the little clip for this? Okay. It's really hard to do one-handed. Oh, there we go. All right. So that means we're gonna have to drill a hole that big to get through right here and mount this. I want to mount this about right there because this is our heater output right there. I think it would look decent right there, but you know, really, you got to have the wires coming out the bottom like that. And there's a mounting plate here where they could have just brought it from the back, and like they could have had it coming out right here. So that's kind of janky. I thought about mounting it up in, there's going to be a column wrapped around this bump out right here. So there's going to be a little column there, and there's going to be a column there around the battery. And I thought about putting it up on that column, but we still have the same issue of this big old honking wire sticking out the bottom. So that's going to be kind of fucking really ugly if we have to drill this big ass hole to get the connector through. And then this thing is going to basically be, you know, kind of like hanging out at the bottom corner of that hole. So that's going to be kind of ugly. So trying to think of a nice thing to do for that so it's not so fruggly. But no good ideas as of yet, anyway. A trash can is coming in handy. One of the things I'm going to have to remember about that is that, you know, when I build my cabinets or whatever I do right in here, you know, I want to have some cabinets. I got to make sure I leave enough room that I can lift this up and get it out. Otherwise, you're going to have to hand dig all the trash out. And then next up, besides figuring this out, I mean, there's all kinds of loose ends I have everywhere. I need to finish doing the little bits of plumbing. I have to figure out where my hot water tank is going to go up in here. I need to figure out that and how to mount it. I need to figure out exactly how I'm doing some of this and where the fans are going to go to exhaust some of this air out of the air conditioner. And then of course we have the cabinetry back here that I could work on. I need to face these doors, and I need to make a cabinet right in here. But this is all the back end where this can be done at any time. So it's not like this is urgent to be doing this. What I'm trying to do still, because right now it's 105 on the back patio, but it's 115 on the other side of the garage right now. If I open that door up and turn on the swamp cooler could never keep up with the amount of heat coming out there. So that means I got to keep the garage door closed, which means if I do any work in this area, I want the swamp cooler running, getting air on me. And the next thing I really want to work on is the structure right here for this. The next thing I want to work on is the structure right in here. And of course that means a whole lot of foam board and stuff. And it would be going across right here where, you know, in kind of this fashion here. Talked about this before. I want to do all these cabinets. This is kind of the outline for stuff right in this area. And if we do all that, then it's going to block the swamp cooler, so that this is, you know, this is going to block any air going this way completely. So I want to start on this, but I don't, because I don't want to screw up airflow in here. We've probably got another month of 100-degree temperatures. So I'm trying to figure out things I can do besides that, even though I really want to get going on that. Which, I mean, I can get going on it, because anything I do up there, I'm not going to make it permanent yet. So really it's just a matter of getting stuff cut out, figured out, geometry, trigonometry, getting my curves, getting everything just right. So I'm probably going to start on that, but I'm probably going to do some more details too, like get that mounted, and I need to get a little piece of wood right up in here, and same thing on the other side. This is where the hinge is going to be for the door that's going to be right in here. We're going to have an access panel right here, so I need to have a piece of wood going all the way up to be our hinge point. So I need to work on that. That's looking pretty good though right there, I gotta say. So yeah, this is where we are at the moment. It's been a long time, going really slow. I had a lot of automotive issues I had to deal with last couple weeks, so I haven't had a lot of time. But one step at a time, one little bite at a time. So there we go. We'll see what happens next weekend. Thanks for watching.